Hi guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. I hope everyone is doing good. Today I am showing you how I made this unique Valentine's Day splatter screen wreath. For this wreath, you're going to need one splatter screen from Dollar Tree, and I use the splatter screen that has the handle, but the one with the knob will work fine too. You're going to need some 6-inch deco mesh, a couple colors of ribbon with wire, a sign, the little 3 tinsel hearts from Dollar Tree, and some yarn. And in the description box below, I will add a materials list for you. First, you are going to want to take your little 3 tinsel hearts and remove the tinsel from 2 of them. I only used 2 for this wreath, so just carefully remove the tinsel. They are plastic, so be very careful not to break them. And then you're going to take your yarn, flip over your little heart shape to the back and tie on the yarn. And now you're ready to wrap the little heart frame with your yarn. This yarn came from Hobby Lobby, but you can choose whatever color yarn that you would like. And you're just going to take, I had to cut a strip because it's just easier for me to cut a strip of yarn, and that way I'm able to, go through the center and wrap it around without it getting tangled up, and it's just easier for me. So I just cut a long strip of yarn, and then now I'm just taking it and wrapping it around the little heart wreath form. Now you'll want to get it pretty tight and make sure and get the little strips of yarn close together so that the frame does not show. All the way around, you're just going to want to take your yarn and wrap your little heart wreath form, and just try to get it as tight and neat as you can, and just continue all the way around. And I just tie off my yarn when I need to start a new strip or when one ends. And you might want to add a little hot glue where you add your little knot. So this is how it looks so far. And then on the back, I decided to hot glue 2 felt hearts from Michaels. So I just added some hot glue. Just be very careful when you're using your hot glue gun. And then I just placed the felt hearts on the hot glue and just held it for a little bit to let it dry. And this is the back side of the heart wreath. So this is how they look, and I just did the 2. And then this is the 6-inch deco mesh from Dollar Tree, and I'm just making a single bow with the deco mesh. I did not let out a tail when I was using the 6-inch deco mesh, but I did let out a tail with the other 2 colors of ribbon. So I just kept the deco mesh bow held tightly in my left hand, started my second color and just let out a tail, and then I made my first loop and just keep it pinched tightly in your left hand, and then on the opposite side try to make your loop the same size as the first one, and then just go back and forth, trying to make your loops the same size on each side, and then let out a tail. And then now I'm ready to add my last color of ribbon. The black and white ribbon came from Sam's Club, and this ribbon right here came from Dollar Tree. So just let out a tail, then make a loop, and this is quite a bit to hold in your hand, and then make another loop. I just did a single bow with the Dollar Tree ribbon, and now you'll want to have some floral stem wire close by to wrap tightly around the center of your bow. I tied 2 of these large bows, and I kind of wanted to, for this wreath, I kind of wanted it to go at a diagonal angle. So I kind of placed one on the left side of the handle at the top, and then on the other one, I placed the bow on the right side on the bottom. You'll see what I mean in just a minute, that I kind of wanted it to go at an angle or diagonal. I forgot to mention that you could paint or spray paint your splatter screen first if you wanted to, and let the paint dry. Then you can start adding your bows and decorations. To add my bows, I just took the floral stem wire, threaded it through the splatter screen, went to the back, gave it a few twists, and cut the extra part of the wire off and folded it down. And when you get your wreath finished, you might want to add some red or pink felt across the back of it so that it does not scratch your wall or your door. Also, a little tip that if you add the felt to the back of this splatter screen wreath, it kind of covers anywhere you might see the splatter screen. I forgot to mention that you will need a sign or something for the center of this wreath, and I picked up a little sign at Dollar General for $1. You could pick up your sign at Dollar Tree or wherever you would like, but this one is kind of like a smaller size, and so I had to use some of the felt hearts and some of the foam stickers from Dollar Tree to kind of fill in any spots where that I could see the splatter screen. You might want to hot glue some pipe cleaners onto the back of your sign, let that dry, and then take your pipe cleaners, thread them through the splatter screen, and give them a few twists and cut off the extra part of the pipe cleaners to attach your sign. That's how I usually add my signs to the splatter screens and to my wreaths. Now I am ready to add my two little hearts that I covered with yarn. So I kind of added some hot glue onto one of the sides and placed it on the splatter screen. When you do that, make sure you do not hot glue your wreath down to your table. And then I also added 2 wires because I wanted to make sure that it stayed on and did not move. So I hot glued one on the left and one on the right, and then I also wired them both on. And then here's the little felt hearts from Michael's, and wherever I can see the splatter screen, I'm just adding a heart. I also added a few of these foam hearts in different spots where I could see the splatter screen. So just whatever you have that's maybe heart shaped, or maybe even flowers if you want to hot glue a few on. So just wherever you can see your splatter screen, just try to fill it in so that your wreath is nice and full. To hang it up, I just added a piece of wire at the top of the handle, just made a loop, and then I was ready to put it on my door. So just make sure when you hang it up that you fluff the loops on your bow, and that's it, guys. You're finished. So let me know what you think, guys. And do you like the traditional round shape wreaths, or do you kind of like this one that goes more at an angle or diagonal? I kind of like the shape of this one because it's something different, and y'all know I like to make wreaths a little bit different than everybody else. I have a question for you. What do you usually do for Valentine's Day? Do you go out to eat, or what do y'all usually do?